Oh, I think what we're challenging all of our guys that are in a leadership role is that JoJo is one of the hardest working guys we have on our defensive line, and a guy that's capable of, man, a complete different level. And so we're just trying to push the push the bar upward. But he's, I mean, it's not good enough just to work good or work great. We want your best. I think the most disruptive guy we have up front is number 90. He's had an unbelievable camp. He's doing a lot of things and we're adapting and letting him turn him loose on some things. But I think in camp 90 and one. I mean, obviously JoJo and Tayshawn, as well as obviously Crump is a tremendous. He might be as fast as any edge guy in the country, and he's improved in his physicality. So we gotta. I hate making comparisons because we hadn't done it yet. They got the potential to go out there and be a group that was as I mean Carl and Will were really special, but what made them special too was Dave On and Gannon Conway. I mean, people didn't. Those guys were good. That's the best front we've had here, in my opinion, since we've been here. And we got a chance to be in the ballpark with it. We ain't done anything yet. We got to go prove it on the field. Hmm. Yeah, we've done a lot. We obviously we have speakers come in. We had a speaker come in this last spring that talking about that very thing with awareness, and I know as employees we have a training that we go through as well, and it's something we want to be proactive with. So we would embrace that. I think that's something that is very important. Education, man. Education, being proactive instead of reactive on things. So, and that's a really, really, I always tell people I have a daughter, so that's really, really important to me. I mean, really, really important that we educate people and that we do have, training and those type of things going on. And I think that's something that's I know here in our department and at our university, that's something that's first and foremost as far as making sure that we're being proactive with the training. Well, again, we just replaced the two best that I've coached, and one that's arguably the, best that's played the game. Uh, in saying that, I think we owe a great deal of gratitude to those two guys because we have two really, really good guys behind them. And obviously we've been very spoiled to have, I think, the best deep snapper. I know, I don't know how that works, but I know he's the best that I've ever had. But in the first scrimmage, I thought one of the big standouts was Sleep. I thought Sleep Dalton was really, and he's got a lot more that he brings to the table than just conventional punting. And then, Brandon's a guy that I think is unbelievable potential, and they just got to go get it done on the field. And I've got a lot of confidence they will. So I think we're sitting good as far as our specialists. Hmm. I think O'Brien has done some good things, but right now. I mean, if you ask me if we did it today, Ruiz would do both of them. I think his leg strength is so good. Yeah, I think we're getting better. I mean, we're a run, play, action, pass team, so that's something that we spend a lot of time on, and I think we're running the ball better. I think we've gotten better every day. I think today was practice 14. Is that right, Mark? And we got a little day off tomorrow, and then we hook it up on Saturday. But the key to play action pass is running the ball, and so I think that's something that we've done pretty well. We're getting better at. Sam's been awesome. I mean, how I would describe his leadership. He's really bold. He'll step out there. He'll let his voice be heard. And when you do that, man, it's kind of hard not to set the standard, you know. So he's been, or I think up to this point, a guy that's walked the walk, not just talked it.
Pretty wide obviously limited ball count right now. It looks like in the reps that he is getting, it's pretty impressive.
Very impressive. Brady has all the things that you want in a quarterback. I mean, just a guy that you know, he's a young man that just has a tremendous character and discipline about him, and he's really, you know, it's amazing to this point, even though he's not cleared, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. It's amazing because that was very, very, very difficult injury, and he's really looked really well, even though he can't go full speed and all that. But he's a guy that has all the things you want in a quarterback. You know, I think they're getting a hardness to them, a toughness to them, a grit about them. We, you know, every one of our defensive rooms, we talk about grit, and you know, Coach Bennett and his staff's done a great job. I mean, you know, obviously he embodies that, and those guys have really responded to him, and I think made a lot of improvement. So I'm excited to see how, you know, the next few weeks go, and obviously we'll be kicking it off soon. So. I'm excited about where we're at there, and I think we've got, you know, a very seasoned bunch for the most part that have responded very well. And you know, one thing's been good about that is that there's so many. There's so much of the core similarities, and then he's come in and we've done a lot of. And there's just a different focus. I mean, I think in 12 and 13, 14, I had a different focus. And you could tell that we adapted to our guys, and I think we've adapted well, and they looked very good on for the first scrimmage. But obviously, you got to keep getting better.